Trash Car Racing is made possible by In-N-Out Tires in Logan, Utah. Name brand tires, wheels, brakes, and even used tires for all vehicles at exceptional prices. First Place Promotions Trash Car Racing Circuit, Demolition Derby on steroids, and the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. 3, count it loud, 2, 1, go! Some trouble in the north end. Look out! Kim Pitcher says hello, Tomas. Brittany Floyd's having some engine trouble. Kim Pitcher's got the white flag. Kim Pitcher's got the white flag. So Kim Pitcher will get the pole position for the mains. You know, it's easier and it's on the big picture.
Next, we have number 6, Spencer Wildman. His parents are Lynette and Dennis. Other sports include baseball. By the way, he's a running back and linebacker, number 6. Favorite subject in school, science. Favorite food, tacos. Favorite movies, Central Intelligence. Favorite football memories, returning a kick for a touchdown. Future plans, serve a mission. I want to thank my coaches and thank the Wildman family for bringing me in. I also want to thank the Logan community for making me feel at home. Also thank my teammates for the hard work. Number 6 is out. Number 18, Jace Perry. Escorted by Dave and Michelle Perry. He's a safety. His other sports are basketball. Other LH clubs are Ping Pong Club and HOSA. Favorite subject in the school is medical anatomy. Favorite food, Chick-fil-A. Favorite movie, Remember the Titans. Favorite football memory, first interception in the Maverick Stadium. Future plans, serve an LDS mission, and then go to college. Jace Perry would like to thank his family, teammates, his friends, and especially his Aunt Terry for all the support that has made it possible for him to play football throughout his life. Number 58, Jose Romero, center, guard, and defensive end. Escorted by Noberto Martinez and Maria American. Other sports are rugby and wrestling. Favorite subject in school is English. Favorite food, pasta. Favorite movie, Now You See Me. And favorite football memory, ran the ball back for 9 yards. Future plans, go to college and play rugby. Jose, thank you. Number 59, Hunter Ruger, guard and punter. Escorted by Doug and Becca Ruger and Nana Maribob Ruger. Favorite subject in school is history. Favorite food is pizza. Favorite movie, Forrest Gump and the Goonies. Favorite football memory, my mom never missed a game and I can always hear her from the stands. Future plans, to be great at whatever the future holds for me. Thank you, Hunter. Number 3 is Connor Shumway, quarterback. Parents Casey and Cammie Shumway. Other sports, basketball, baseball, and lacrosse. Other LHS clubs, Ping Pong Club, National Honor Society. Favorite subject in school, physics. Favorite food, snack packs. Favorite football memory, the first pick 6 in the game of my first game of my senior year. And future plans, serve an LDS mission. Connor Shumway, thank you for being an LHS Grizzly football player. And last we have Peyton Stokes, number 2, quarterback, escorted by Mark and Lisa Stokes. Other sports include lacrosse, other clubs, LOL. Favorite subject in school, history, LOL. Favorite food, pasta. Favorite movie, Top Gun. Favorite football memory, having both knees. Future plans, college and money. Peyton Stokes, thank you for serving on this LHS Grizzly football team. How about a great big hand for all these senior football players? Coaches Derek Campbell. Also here to play their last game of the season. We want to thank our Utah High School Activity Association referees for officiating tonight's game. Our referee is Kent Baer. Our head linesman is David Dominguez. Our back judge is Anthony Uriona. Our umpire is John Gunderson, and our line judge is Stephen Jones. Thank you for officiating tonight's game. Next, we would like to take a moment and welcome our little Grizz Club from Adams Elementary Elementary Heroes. They've been nominated by Principal Cindy Ware as the Little Grizz Students of the Week. They're walking up.
Well, where did 10 weeks go? We're in week 10 of the high school football season, the final week of the season, and tonight the game of the week brings you Logan hosting the Lions of Payson. It's a non-region matchup. There are some playoff implications to this ball game. Payson is 4-5. They started this season 4-2, and then they've lost 3 straight, and they've lost in big fashion by an average of 43 points per game. The wheels have just kind of come off for the Lions. They're still eligible for the playoffs. They're looking for that 3rd spot out of Region 10. They may be Mountain Crest's opponent next week in the first round. For the Grizzlies, they're 1-8, and they're looking to finish the season on a high note after working hard and just not seeing the fruits of that hard work come through. That's what happens sometimes in sports, in high school, and in all levels. So the Grizzlies with one more chance to get a W in the win column tonight on the Game of the Week.
Diligent and working.
They said I wasn't fast enough. Forget what they say. You define you. The way you move, the way you compete, the way you train. If you want to win on the field, you have to move like no one else has moved before. That's why I train with RIP 60. Power, speed, strength. If you train the RIP 60 way, you'll be able to do things you never thought possible.
RIP 60 features suspended rotation, the key to power so your body is forced to stabilize and balance throughout your workout, engaging more muscles and building your core with every move. The secret is the rotational carriage, which promotes more muscle activity, allowing you to build muscle fast.
I train like the pros. You can too. Get RIP 60.
Unlock the rewards of training the way elite athletes do in less than 60 minutes a day for just 60 days so you can get incredible results like these fast. Call now and you can receive expedited shipping so you can reach your goal even faster.
Because you define you. RIP 60 training is the way.
Spicy sriracha chicken sandwich for a limited time.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. LSS Insurance, Bob Larson, personalized insurance coverage for your family and business. The Book Table, your family store for books, music, toys, art, and much more. Planet Fitness of Logan, no gym intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station for over 25 years. Hello everyone and welcome to Crimson Field on the campus of Logan High School. As tonight we wind up the regular season of the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel with a matchup between Logan and Payson, a non-region matchup. For Payson, this might be their first trip out of 2 back to Cache Valley. The playoff scenarios are convoluted, but Payson could end up with that 3rd or 4th spot out of their region, or they could end up out of the playoffs altogether. If they end up with 3rd or 4th, they're playing either Mountain Crest or Skyview back up here next weekend. If they end up out, obviously, they're not playing anybody, as it's a beautiful late October evening here in Logan. The LDS Temple off in the distance, just off to the northeast a little bit, and it's a very picturesque setting here at Crimson Field. And a Wednesday night game with the fall break. They used to call it UEA, but now they call it fall break. And Payson coming from a long way. Of course, they're down in the very south end of Utah County, and they've had an interesting season. Payson starts out 4-2, looking really good, and then they've lost the last 3 games, and they haven't just lost; they've been thumped. They started 4-2, lost 3. 54-10 to Spanish Fork, 44-0 to Salem Hills, and 66-12 to Orem. 164-22. They've been outscored in those games. That's a 47-point per game average loss. I think I was in the opener 44. It's actually 47 per game. Now they've had some injuries that have come along right when they were getting into the meat of their schedule, and that didn't help for sure. But they're still in that playoff race in the region, and they're going to be keeping an eye on that Salem Hills Uinta score as it goes on tonight, because if Salem Hills loses to Uinta, Payson doesn't have to worry. They're in as the 3 seed. If Salem Hills wins, then that's when coin flips and play-in games and everything else come out, because there's a 3-way tie and they all beat each other. So things pretty crazy down in that region. For Logan, it's pretty straightforward. It's senior night. It's the last game of the season. A 1-8 season, a tough season for the Logan Grizzlies. Put in all that hard work over the summer, and sometimes it just doesn't translate into the wins. They're a young team, and it's senior night. They only have 11 seniors out there. They've all been big contributors this season, but they are continuing to work and come back and get the program back on the upswing. So they won't be participating in the playoffs, but you can bet they want to end their season with a win. And having suffered through a tough season, if you can end with a win, it kind of takes a little bit of that edge off. I did have one of the coaches for Logan say something to me that I thought was interesting, and I asked him, I said, well, it's kind of a tough season, huh? And he said, you know what, we're trying to teach these kids life isn't always measured in wins and losses. If it was, that makes for a tough life. A lot of people are going to be on the losing side of it, and it's a time for them to find that out right now, and to just do your best, and whatever happens. And it was a profound and interesting. They're doing the national anthem here at Crimson Field, so we're going to step aside. Payson and Logan on the game of the week.
Tell me something, and I'd say, huh? And then they tell me again, and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Rendition of the national anthem by a Logan student here. We're a few minutes before kickoff at Crimson Field. Payson visiting Logan tonight, a non-region game. Playoff implications, well, for Payson, they want to end the season with a win, but they are looking at another game that's going on. Salem Hills and Uinta. They're big fans of Uinta tonight. Uinta wins and beats Salem Hills, then Payson's in as the number 3 seed. If Salem Hills wins, then things get convoluted. You're going to coin flips and play-in games. For the Grizzlies, they come in at 1-8, 0-5 in region play, and they're looking to end the season on a win as well to take the next few months off, knowing that you won that last game and feeling that you're on the upswing. A senior night here in Logan, and only 11 seniors on this Logan squad. Payson hasn't, we talked about playoffs, Payson hasn't made the playoffs since 2012, so they're looking for their first playoff appearance since 2012. They're 2-3 in Region 10, 4-5 overall, starting 4-2, losing the last three by a combined 164 to 22, 47-point per game average loss. They got into the meat of their schedule as they started losing some key players to injuries. One of those players that they lost is their running back, their leading rusher, Chase Muniz. Chase Muniz was averaging over 5 yards per carry when he went down. He's been down for a couple of games, and he's one of those players for Payson that it's really been tough to lose. For the Grizzlies, they've lost 6 in a row. They did beat Ogden this year 34-20, and they last played this Payson team. They're actually 2-1 against Payson, but they haven't played since 1982. In 1967 in the Class A quarterfinals, the Grizzlies lost to Payson. That was 1967, and then in 81 and 82, they played Payson in back-to-back years, and Logan won both of those games. Again, we mentioned it's senior night here, only 11 seniors on the entire Logan squad. If we take a look at the playoff pairings, a lot of things will be settled tonight, but right now what we do know is we do know what Region 12 looks like. The #1 team is unbeaten Skyview, who just rolled through the season. The only real trouble they had was with Mountain Crest, a game that Mountain Crest very well could have won, but they didn't. Skyview, with an improbable 99.5-yard drive with less than 4 minutes left in the ball game to score the game-winning touchdown as time ran out. It was a storybook game. I mean, they make movies about drives like that last one, and the Skyview Bobcats, everything's gone right for them. They have the week off, they have a bye, and Skyview is the #1 seed. They'll be playing either Mountain View or this Payson team next week at home. Mountain Crest, the #2 seed in the region. They'll also get a home game, and they'll also play either Payson or Mountain View. I should mention Salem Hills, so Salem Hills is still in that mix depending on what happens tonight. So either Salem Hills, Payson, or Mountain View, Skyview will be playing. Skyview and Mountain Crest will be playing one of those teams. So this Payson team, we could see them again next week. The Region 9 #1 team that's also in the Mountain Crest bracket, that upper bracket, is Dixie, and they're a whale of a ball team. They're playing Park City. Park City won a coin toss, so they edged out Ogden. Park City will be playing Dixie. That one's down at Dixie. Stansbury ended up winning Region 11, and Region 9 is still up for grabs. There's one team that's won Region 9, that's Dixie. Then there's 4 teams tied right behind there for 3 spots. Snow Canyon, Pineview, Cedar, and Desert Hills. One of those teams will be playing at Stansbury. Orem and Spanish Fork, they're playing for the top spot. The #1 seed out of Region 10 will take on Bear River, and that will be at either Orem or Spanish Fork. And Ridgeline will be at either Orem or Spanish Fork. So there's some of the local connections there. On the other side of the bracket, Tooele is the #3 team out of Region 11. They'll be playing either Snow Canyon, Pineview, Cedar, or Desert Hills. And Bonneville is the #2 team in Region 11, playing the #3 team, Snow Canyon, Pineview, Cedar, or Desert Hills. So there's still a lot to be decided in this final week of high school football. For the game at hand, the Grizzlies will be kicking off, and Payson will take the field first. Kicking off for the Grizzlies is big #77, Kyle Truex. The officials meeting at midfield. Now they scatter about. And when the stripes are ready, everybody else will be ready, and we can play a ball game. So Truex from the near hash, Braxton Perez Perez around the right side, and he's met at the 25 and down right there. Sean Marvin picked it up on one hop. They ran a little reverse. And Perez down at the 25, and that's where the Grizzly defense will set up shop against this Payson offense. A Payson offense that run a little bit of everything, likes to run the ball. Payson quarterback by Jaden Tueller. Tueller's going to keep. Tueller reads the end, keeps it. Wildman hauls him down after a gain of 5.
To the 31-yard line. Second down and 4.
We mentioned they're missing their leading rusher, Chase Muniz. And Muniz hurt a couple of weeks ago. Harrison Judd in the backfield right now with Tueller. 3 receivers for the Lions. Tueller's going to keep. Tueller looking for some room. Nothing there, and he's brought down for a loss. Loses 2, and it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Third down and 7.
Jace Perry's number 18. He's the corner on the near side. He leads his team in tackles with 50. Tueller looking to throw. The little inside screen, enough for a first down, and Payson keeps the drive alive. A gain of 11 on 3rd down and 7.
Down to the 40-yard line, that's good for Payson, first down.
Logan putting some pressure on Tueller, but Tueller stood in there until the last possible moment. Delivered the strike for the first down. And Logan with 6 up on the line. They run the end around
Harrison Judd gets
to Judd, and Judd picks up pretty good yardage on first down.
To the 46-yard line, it'll be second down and 4.
Picks up 6. Actually, that was the little toss out there to him, early end around. He runs around the end for a good gain on first down. They picked up nearly 6 on their first play of the game, and then the Grizzlies pushed them backwards on the second play, made it 3rd and medium, and they were able to pick up the first down, and now here they are approaching midfield. Payson 2nd down and 4, no score, first possession of the game. Unleashing the long ball is Tueller, and he overthrows because he had Wildman in there at his feet, couldn't really step in. Pretty good arm there on Tueller as he put that one from the 40 down almost to the 20. That's 40 yards in the air, and he overthrew his man. 3rd and 4. Grizzly defense looking to get off the field and get the offense on. 2 receivers to this side, 1 to the far side, Judd in the backfield. And the Grizzlies offsides. Unless Payson move, that's going to be an easy first down by penalty, and it is on the Grizzlies. Grizzlies wanting to get after it. Got a little bit too ready to go. And a bunch of them came across the line. So now the ball in Grizzly territory at the 49. Another first down for Payson. Riley Hansen brings the play in. He's their leading receiver. Redford in the slot. Now he goes in motion. Fake the give to him and then give it instead to Judd, and Harrison Judd turns the corners. They work on the right side of that Logan defense. He's down to the 45-yard line to pick up a 4. Godfrey comes off the field defensively for the Grizzlies. One of those 11 seniors for this squad. Under 9 minutes to play in the first period. This is the first possession of the game. It's gone 30 yards for Payson. They've converted on a couple of third downs. They give to Judd again. He turns his shoulders and squeezes through a small opening and looks like he's got another first down. And it is. 3 carries, 16 yards for Judd, another first down. 1 through the air, 1 on the ground, and 1 by penalty. As the Lions keeping this going. They'll put the ball in the air twice, once on 3rd and 7 for an 11-yard gain, and the other was an incomplete pass. They went deep downfield with that one. Here's the give to Redford. Redford grabbed as he tried to run by one of the defensive linemen, and he couldn't get away. He picks up 3, but there's a flag right at the 34-yard line where they usually call a hold. And let's see what the call is. Logan's been flagged once already here in this quarter. Personal foul, face mask on the Grizzlies. Ooh, so this one's going to be all the way down to the 20-yard line. So 2 penalties on the Grizzlies, accounting for 20 yards on this Payson drive. They started at their own 25. 54-yard drive thus far for Payson. 8 minutes to play in the first period. Payson at the 21 of Logan. No score at Crimson Field. Logan with 4 down linemen. They give up inside to Judd. Judd picks up a yard. The Grizzlies shut that one down. Rare Wednesday night game, the fall break UEA going on here in Utah, so all the kids out. This is the weekend of the year you do not want to go to Disneyland. You'll see everybody from Utah there. The others that you don't see are at Lagoon and other places like that. Tuller rolling to his right, sets up to the middle, picked off. Picked off by the Grizzlies, stepping right in front is Kevin Nye. Kevin Nye picking it off and turning away the Lions' scoring opportunity. And the Grizzly offense will take the field with the ball at the 37-yard line. Check that, it's the 32-yard line. Math is hard. He's just stepped right in front of the intended receiver, did Nye. Took it away and headed the other direction. Payson with everybody up. Pass complete to Dodd. Dodd dragging a couple of defenders with him for a 6-yard gain. It's Peyton Stokes who's the quarterback. Stokes, the 6'1", 160-pound senior.
Kate Thornley, quarterback for the Grizzlies.
They're saying Thornley. Stokes is number 2. I'll have to check on that. That's the number. Here's Wildman. He's got himself a first down and more. 10 yards for Wildman. And the Grizzlies with a first down. Godfrey in motion. Looking to throw to Godfrey, and he's in trouble. Down he goes, big loss.
That pass was completed to
there on first down. It ends up being about a 7-yard loss.
The loss of 6 on the play. Second down and 16.
So second and 16. 2 good plays for the Grizzlies after the turnover, and then that one puts them behind the sticks. screen inside to Corbett. He's got some running room. Look out down the sideline. Making a move at the 40, and he's down to the 35-yard line. 24 yards.
Gets down to the Payson 35-yard line. First and 10, Grizzlies.
5:25 to play in the first period. The Grizzlies, after the turnover, are moving the ball. Stepping into the throw and getting hit just as he throws the quarterback. He's looking for Wildman, and it's incomplete. Number 2 has been Peyton Stokes. They've announced him as Thornley, who was the quarterback earlier in the season. Thornley usually wears number 5. I'll check on that for you when we get a break. That pass was incomplete. It's 2nd and 10. Inside give and getting out of the grab was Dylan Butters. Butters turns it upfield for a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. Butters leads the team in interceptions with 3. I think that last pick by Nye puts him in a tie with Butters for the team lead. First 3rd down of this drive for the Grizzlies. They're at the Payson 32-yard line. It's 3rd down and 8. Oh, Wildman fumbles it, gets back on it. That was not a clean exchange between the quarterback and Wildman. It's a loss of 3. It'll be 4th down.
Loss of a couple on the play. Oh, that ball was recovered.
Oh, they're gonna say Payson came up with it. Boy, it looked to me like Wildman jumped on it. It was right in front of our position. I'm looking down on it. I'm a long way from it, up in the booth, but it looked like Wildman got on that one. So that's a turnover. And the teams exchange turnovers on their first possession. They fake the give on the little counter to Judd. And give it to Redford. Redford a couple. 4 minutes to play in this first period. We're scoreless in Logan. Payson and Logan. Both teams looking to end the season with a win. Payson still has some playoff hopes. If Uinta beats Salem Hills, Payson's in as the 3rd seed from their region. If Salem Hills wins, then it's chaos. Here's another pick. This one picked again by Nye. That was knocked up in the air, and Nye comes down with his 2nd interception.
Take over on the Payson 44-yard line.
All right, I just got a confirmation from one of the coaches up here near me. It is Thornley. That's the quarterback. He used to wear 5, and Peyton Stokes used to wear 2. And it's Thornley wearing 2. Thornley gives it off to Wildman. Wildman picking his way forward for 3. Wildman goes in motion. Thornley rolls that direction and now finds a hole. Spins forward across inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. To pick up a 4, it'll be 3rd down and 5.
They're down and about 5 for the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies fumbling on their last third down, turned it over. So now they'll have 3rd and 5, their second third down opportunity with 2:20 to play in the first period. No score here in Logan. Both teams having a hard time hanging on to the football. They're going to hand it off. Payson was there to read that one. And it's going to be 4th and
No gain on the play, 4th down
5. They sent Butters one direction, like they were going to maybe throw that little swing out to him, and then they went the other direction, but Payson didn't bite. 4th down and 5. They'll do the same formation. This time they're looking at Butters, but they go up top. Jensen's out in front and is knocked away at the last moment.
Pass broken up by Blake Spencer.
Charlie Jensen was out in front of the defense. He was behind the defense.
1st and 10, Payson.
And Thornley's pass was a little bit short. If he puts it out in front of him, Jensen's walking into the end zone. Thornley'd probably like that one back. So we turn it over on downs, and the Lions get it back at the 39-yard line. No score with 1:28 to play here in the first quarter. Tueller has to take that one off of his shoelaces, and he throws it low and behind the intended receiver, Hansen. Tueller's 1 of 3 with 2 interceptions here in this first period. Tueller, the senior. Logan Rides played a little quarterback for his Payson team as well. He's just a sophomore. Here's the give to Judd. Judd cuts it back inside. There's nobody home for the Grizzlies as he goes back outside. He's down to the 40-39 of Logan.
39-yard line.
22 yards for Judd. 39 yards on 5 carries, almost 8 yards a carry for Judd. Of course, that big run right there just helped pad that average. So for the second time, Payson in Logan territory with a first down at the Grizzly 39-yard line. Judd stays in the backfield with Tueller. Hansen to the top of your screen. The 2 other receivers in with Hansen. Judd changes direction, but he can't get away
Judd wrapped up in the backfield
from the Logan defense. Tennyson Hadfield, 6'4", 290. He's a sophomore, number 66. He eats Volkswagens for breakfast. 2nd and 12, and Judd with the 2-yard loss. Judd stays in the backfield with Tueller. 3 wide receiver set. They're going to hand it off again. Judd again out to the 40-yard line. He picks up about a yard. The clock continues to run, and that's the end of the first quarter. No score at Logan. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Lions when we come back.
When I finally got tired of playing through knee pain, I went to a surgeon I'd heard good things about. Best choice I ever made. My doctor was great, but so was the hospital. They presented me with all of my options, and they took time to help me make decisions. That's the way it should be. That's what led to this moment. And that look on Phil's face.
Before your moment of truth, choose a health plan that partners with the Mountain Star Healthcare Network.
Not bigger, just better.
Hey fans, Griswold has
Okay, it's no score here at Crimson Field, and the Grizzlies are trying to stop Payson on 3rd down and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Well, the Logan 40-yard line. Tueller with only 1 completion. He's back to throw again, looking to his big tight end. He's got him. Wildman's there. Can they haul him down before he gets to that 1st down marker? That's Mo. I think Mo got 9 of the 10.
4th down and 1.
4th and not even a whole yard, and you're at the 30-yard line. I'm imagining Payson's going to go for it. It's a non-region game. You know, win or lose, it doesn't affect your playoff seeding or anything like that. So now's the time you can work on some stuff. Both of these teams want this game bad, though. Jace Moe, the big senior. Payson hurries up to the line. Logan's offsides again. Logan's 3rd penalty of the evening. 3rd first down by penalty for Payson. Twice the Grizzlies have been offsides, and one other time they got hit with a face mask penalty. Ball at the 25-yard line. The last 2 possessions for Payson have ended in turnovers. Interceptions by Tueller. No scores, we've just started the 2nd quarter. Tueller on design quarterback keep. Tueller picks up good yardage. In fact, he picks up 8. 3 carries for 11 yards for Tueller. 11 rushes and 4 passes for Payson offensively. And of those 4 passes, they've completed 2 and 2 have been intercepted. Actually 5 passes, 1 fell incomplete right behind his receiver. Logan looking at a blitz. They hand it off right up the middle. Fromm still on his feet down near the 5-yard line to the 4. It's a 13-yard gain as Fromm with his first carry, and it's 1st and goal, Payson. Nothing tricky about that. Payson looking to be the first team to put some points on the board with 9:50 to play and the clock running in the 1st half. They give it off to Fromm. Fromm puts his head down looking for the end zone. I don't think he found it. He looked like he was going to blow his way through there, and the Logan Grizzlies got a hold of him and put him on the ground before he could get in. He gained 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Cooper splits wide to the far side. Looks like Piper to the near side. They split wide and they hand off up the middle. The pile's still rolling, and a flag comes down. Touchdown Payson, but a flag, I think this one's going to come back. One of the Grizzly linemen looked like he was getting held, and let's see if that's what they saw down there closer to the action. One of those Grizzly ends, it looked like somebody had him around the ankles. No, it wasn't that. It was
illegal assistance.
They were assisting the runner, and you can't.
Touchdown will not count.
You can only do that in certain ways. You can push, you can't pull. So no touchdown, and it backs up Payson 5 yards, and that's their first penalty of the game.
The 5-yard penalty in the roll. Repeat.
8:55 to play in the 1st half. No score. Payson knocking on the door. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Tueller with 5 wide receivers. Fakes the give on the end around. He's in the middle, and he's pushed backwards. Gets down inside the 5, though, and now another flag comes out. Logan was pushing him back, and they kept pushing after the whistle. And White Hat, I think, decides that was too much pushing. And it's going to end up being a first down.
Personal foul against the Grizzlies.
Oh, my goodness.
Repeat second down.
Well, White Hat's the boss down there, but
it'll be second down at 3.
That was again, we're from a long way up here. That seems like a ticky-tack penalty. Unless somebody, oh, and now a flag on the Logan sideline. So that's a sideline warning.
That's a sideline warning against the Grizzlies.
It's the officiating crew taking charge here tonight. You know, the whistle had blown. They were still pushing Tueller back. They didn't throw him to the ground or anything. Somebody could have said something or done something that the official, who's a lot closer, could see that we can't. In the backfield, the runner is met and tackled for a loss. It was second down and goal at the 2 after the penalty. That was Moe, I believe, in the backfield, and he's knocked down for a 3-yard loss.
Third down and 4. The Lions.
So now it's 3rd and goal from the 5. 8 minutes to play in the first half. And Payson had this ball down at the 1-yard line. Looked like they had a touchdown. Then there's been back-to-back penalties that back Payson up and moved him forward, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 4. They're going to hand it off, and there's some space for Judd, and Judd makes a man miss and gets into the end zone.
Harrison Judd takes it around the left side, scores 6.
Butters, the leading tackler on this team, had a chance at Judd back at about the 5-yard line, and Judd just kind of gave him the dead leg. Butters whiffed, and Payson scores first with 7:47 on the first half clock. Logan didn't make it easy. It's Tueller set to kick. Tueller's kick is up. Tueller's kick is good. 7-0. Payson with the early, with the first lead late in the second quarter. 7:47 to play in the first half on the Valley Channel Game of the Week.
Billy Goat Ruffians. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Give us a call at 752-9493. You'll be glad you did.
.7:47 to play in the first half. Payson leading 7-0 over Logan. 3 turnovers in this ball game. 2 for Payson, 1 for Logan. Some 4th down conversions, a bunch of penalties. Payson kicking it off into the end zone, and Logan will take the field. It is Thornley wearing number 2. Peyton Stokes tore up his knee a few weeks ago, and so Thornley was out and hurt last time we saw this team. And Thornley is wearing number 2 in honor of Stokes.
Supporting Lone High Grizzly football.
He's calling the play. Two backs in the backfield. This looks like actually a new quarterback. That's Kevin Nye in at quarterback, and he picks up 5. 2nd and 5. Thornley, the sophomore, Nye, the junior. Nye actually the leading rusher on this team. Nye in trouble. Down he goes. No chance for Nye. He stood back there. He's looking to the far side, and he loses 10 on the sack. So it'll be 3rd down and 15. Godfrey brings the play in from the sideline. Ball at the 20-yard line. Logan trailing now 7-0. 6:20 to play in the first half. Empty backfield. That's Thornley that's in there now on the wheel route. He's got a man out at midfield. The Grizzlies are in business. 3rd and 15. And a 37-yard completion.
Into Payson territory.
Out to Butters.
47-yard line. 1st down, Grizzlies.
Thornley came back in. He hits for 37 yards. He's now 4 out of 6 for 61 yards as Thornley, and that was a huge one, their first 3rd down conversion. Godfrey goes in motion. Thornley's going to keep it right up the middle. 1st down as he spins inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. 13 yards for Thornley.
33-yard line. 1st down,
2 carries for Thornley, 17 yards. And the Grizzly offense has moved the ball here tonight. 86 yards of offense. Thornley's going to keep it again, right back up the middle. A short gain. They had one drive that ended with a penalty, speaking of the Grizzlies. A gain of a yard for Thornley. Payson's turned it over twice, but they were finally able to string a drive together and get it into the end zone. It took them a while. They got it in once, got it called back on a penalty. I think Payson ended up running about 6 plays inside the 10-yard line to try to score. And they finally did. And now a timeout on the field. Logan wants a timeout. I want to talk about this. It's 2nd down and 9. The Grizzlies down 7-0. Wanted to get into the end zone. The other score we're keeping our eye on, and actually we're keeping it on it more for who might be playing whom next week, is the Salem Hills at Uinta score. Salem Hills loses that game, then Payson will play Mountain Crest next week. If Salem Hills wins that game, well, then it's all messed up. Started this drive at quarterback. Thornley looking down the middle. He's got Dodd, and he's safety, or the corner, excuse me, comes over and cuts in front of that. Looked like a sure touchdown. It was knocked down at the last second. Thornley had Dodd with a step, and the ball hanging up just for a minute, and a good close on it by the defensive back. And it's 3rd down. Third and 9. Thornley's got Wildman in the backfield. Looking to the edge, has his receiver. That's Charlie Jensen. Jensen, it's going to be, well, let's see where they spot it. And there's a flag in the backfield, flag that came down late. That one's right at the sticks where they're spotting it. Let's see the flag. Logan has had a pile of flags thrown on him tonight, 4 of them so far. Well, 5 including, if you include the sideline warning. And is it a post-play foul? If it is, right now it looks like it's enough for a 1st down. Personal foul on Logan. Now if it's a dead ball and they picked up a 1st down with the pass play, it'll still be 1st down, but it'll be backed up 15 yards. So another personal foul. So they did pick up the 1st down. My goodness. The Grizzlies are getting the short end of the flag stick tonight. They need to button that up. So it's 1st and 10 back at the 38. A little inside throw on the little slant, pickup of a couple. It was Corbett that caught it. Yeah, he only ends up picking a yard. He ran backwards. Godfrey. Thornley looking down the sideline to Jensen. He's got a step, he's got the ball, he's got a touchdown. More importantly, no yellow flags down on the field. 37 yards, Thornley to Jensen. So we're a PAT away from a tie game. 3:43 to play in the 1st half. And Thornley's put some good balls up in the air. There's been some good plays made by Payson defenders to knock them down. Kind of hung up there just for a second, and they've been able to close and knock them down. That one was right on the money. Logan's going to go for 2. Thornley looks, steps up, fires, caught. Logan with the lead. 3:43 to play in the 1st half. The Grizzlies convert on the 2-point attempt. 8-7, Logan. Logan with the lead, 8-7 with 3:43 to play in the 1st half. The 37-yard touchdown pass from Thornley to Charlie Jensen was a thing of beauty. And then Thornley delivering on the pass on the 2-point attempt, and Truex with the line drive picked up at the 10-yard line. This time they're going to keep instead of run the little end end around. Payson with pretty good field position up at the 39-yard line as Braxton Perez returns it for the Lions.
He brings it back to the 34-yard line. First and 10 for the Lions.
Green Canyon's playing at Ben Lomond tonight. They trail 10-7. That one in the second quarter. Mountain Crest is playing at Tooele. Mountain Crest at 8-1, trailing at the beginning of the second quarter, 7-0 in that one. Here's the give to Judd. Judd across the 40, almost to the markers before he finally brought to the ground. It's going to pick up 9.
Picks up about 8 on the play, coming down to 2.
Say he went down after a gain of 8. He's got 45 yards on 8 carries, does Judd. To play in the first half. Logan leads 8-7. Judd waits for an opening. He's got it. Still on his feet as he steps out of a couple of attempted tackles, and he's finally brought down by Connor Shumway.
Down to the 41-yard line.
16 yards for Judd. $61 yards now for Harrison Judd. Clock runs with 2:40 to play. Grizzlies leading by a point. The Lions running the ball. They give it to Judd again, and this time one too many to the well, and he goes down for a 4-yard loss.
Up in the backfield. A loss of 4.
Second and 14. Now that changes the play calling a little bit. The Grizzlies have been able to put a little bit of pressure on Tueller when they have passed. They haven't sacked him yet. Tueller's dropped back 5 times. He's only connected on 2 of those attempts. We're under 2 minutes to play in the half. Tueller fakes the give, in trouble, down he goes! And Wildman the first one there. A loss of 7.
But the Wildman in there and make the sack, the big loss. They're down to 21.
3rd and 21. 2 for 3 on 3rd down for Payson. But on the 1 3rd down, they converted on 4th down. With 1 3rd down that they missed, they converted on 4th down. 3rd and 21, back at their own 48 now after the back-to-back negative plays. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Moe is on the outside, the big tight end. Tueller grabbed as he goes on the design scramble. He's brought down, and a timeout.
4th down, timeout.
Called by Logan as it's 4th down and long. Tueller maybe picked up a yard. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and it was Andrew Wallace who took him down. And the Grizzlies stopped the clock with 57 ticks. And Payson will kick the ball at their own 49-yard line. Godfrey will head back to field this one, see if Logan comes after the punt. Jarrett Christensen, the big sophomore, in there to kick. Now they run a man on late. Nobody sees him. Perez. Christensen kicks it away. And out of bounds. Not a great kick. Let's see where they say it went out. The official still walking as he gets to the 30-yard line, and that's where Logan will take over at the 30-yard line with 53 seconds.
Like mark the ball at about the 30-yard line.
21-yard kick.
First and 10, Grizzlies.
Logan leading by a point at 8-7. They have the ball back. Logan will get the ball to start the second half. So this is like a bonus possession for them. They can do anything with it. Thornley's the quarterback. Nyes played quarterback on the last series for a couple of plays, then gave way to Thornley. Nye he ran it while he was in there. Thornley throwing to the sideline to Dodd. Dodd steps out of bounds up at the 42-yard line.
At the 40.
It's a 12-yard reception.
First down, Grizzlies.
122 yards and a touchdown for Thornley. The sophomore having a pretty good first half. Four wide receivers, two each side for the Grizzlies. Wildman in the backfield, he'll stay in the block. Thornley's gonna run. Jumps out of the pocket, goes across the 50-yard line, and steps out of bounds right at the 50. Well, yeah, right about the 50-yard line, a pickup of 8, and he stops the clock. 40 seconds, and the Grizzlies at midfield. Again, the Grizzlies haven't been shy to try to push the ball downfield through the air here in this first half. They've only been able to connect on the one to Charlie Jensen for 37 yards and a touchdown. Thornley's had receivers twice before for long balls, and the defenders were able to close on him right at the last second. Looking at Dodd to the sideline, he can't come up with it. It'll be third down at 2. So now for the Grizzlies, you just need to get the first down. 37 seconds on the clock. It's 3rd and 2. You need the first down, and then you can start thinking about what else you could be doing. You don't even necessarily have to get out of bounds because the first down will stop the clock until they set the chains. Jensen and Dodd to the far side. Corbett to the near side, along with Niederhauser. They try to run the ball.
Thornley caught the backfield, timeout.
And he's caught for a loss. So they had 2nd and 2. They're running and humming along there, and then now they end up with 4th and 3. Five carries, 25 yards for Thornley. And a timeout on the field. Logan kicks this away, then Mason will have a little bit of time to operate. 4th and 3 right near midfield. You're leading by a point. See what the Grizzlies elect to do. Truex is out there. Looks like the Grizzlies might just go for it. Thornley could also kick it away. Maybe 2 for 5 tonight on 3rd downs for the Grizzlies here in this first half. 4th and 3. Grizzlies look like they're going to go for it. They've got a man, it's Dodd. They've got a first down.
Dodd makes the catch.
6 yards on 4th and 3. And the Grizzlies, they stop the clock on the first down. Dodd with 24 yards on 3 catches. Now the clock starts as they set the ball. And they blow the whistle, dead. Somebody moving early, or where's the flag? Yep, Logan's moving early. So it'll back them up, back to midfield. 22 seconds on the clock, and Logan, that's their 6th penalty of the half. 6. 37 yards on 6 penalties. Up top they go. Dodd's got a step. Can he find it? It bounces off his chest. Thornley put it right on him, but that was a tough catch to make. Dodd was looking over one shoulder. He was kind of looking over the inside. The ball drifted outside, and he had to kind of turn around looking way back over his head. Couldn't find the ball. It hit him right in the chest. I mean, it was a perfect pass, but it's hard to turn your body around like that, leaning over backwards, looking up into the lights. And where it hit him right in the numbers like that, figure he'd lost it in the lights. Second down and 15. 13 seconds on the clock. Here comes the pace and pass rush. Downfield they go. Niederhauser is overthrown.
For number 80, Sam Niederhauser. Third down.
They keep attacking that right side of the offense, left side of the defense. 3rd and 15 with 7 seconds to play now. We're in the first half. The Grizzlies lead 8-7. We're 7 seconds away from halftime. First half and most of the second quarter. The clock was ticking along in a hurry. Now we've had a couple of scores, and Logan's been putting the ball in the air, using timeouts. Game slowed down a little bit. Wildman in the backfield. Charlie Jensen loses the ball. It's 4th and 15. There's 2 seconds on the clock, so the Grizz will have to go up top. Way up top. See if they run something like a hook and ladder or some sort of trickeration, or if they just try to heave it up there. If you're pacing, you'd think you'd play about 4 guys back deep. Keep Logan out of the end zone. They're going to play it. They're playing with a 1 high safety. They're playing the defensive backs way off the receivers. Thornley's going to throw across the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted on the last play of the first half. Thornley's picked off. 2 turnovers apiece for these teams. And a 1-point ball game as we go into the locker room. Logan 8, Payson 7. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel.
They would tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they tell me again, and I'd say, and they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
coached by Allie Hale and Stacy Rice. Your officers are Bree Hughey, Big Bowen, Maddie Mills, and Allie Eliason. The cheerleaders would like to dedicate this performance to all those who currently are or have been affected by breast cancer. Please welcome your Logan High cheerleaders.
I'ma shut this down. Kitty cat meow 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 meow. Hit it with the heat to the heat to the now. Miss Jackson up, she with a crown. Brand new sound, got a brand new style. Coming with the bang like boom boom pow. Wow. Ooh. Mr. DJ. Yeah. Believe there is a cure. Let's hear it for your LHS cheerleaders. Hey, the t-shirt launchers out there, Logan High supporters. Who's got the most spirit? Cheer for Logan High, and Mr. Kendall and the Grizz crew will launch a shirt in your direction. Last home game, last chance to get a t-shirt, make some noise.
something and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And I was thoroughly confused. I had no idea where to go. There are so many options.
Say the word pass.
And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word red.
And I am here to tell you, it was like night and day. The minute I walked in the first place, but learning more about him, having him tell me a little bit about him and his qualifications.
I'm Sue. I'm a goalkeeper for Logan High School Soccer. I'm proud to be a Wendy's All-Star and go Grizz.
Hi, I'm Jace Perry, and I play safety for the Logan Grizzlies. I'm honored to be picked as one of the Wendy's All-Stars. Go Grizz!
Only Wendy's can make the Baconator, because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
that's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by,
so we don't have to freeze it.
Then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave, tossed with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Aww. Proving once and for all
that only Wendy's has the bacon and the ater to make the Baconator.
Tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And I was thoroughly confused. I had no idea where to go. There are so many options.
Say the word pass.
And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word red.
And I am here to tell you, it was like night and day. The minute I walked in the first place, but learning more about him, having him tell me a little bit about him and his qualifications. And I know he's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD. So I knew that he had spent many, many years and had a lot of experience. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. Very, very well worth it, and I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Honey, what's the word for large blaze?
Fire.
13 letters.
Fire.
13 letters.
Really big fire.
Conflagration. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Give us a call at 752-9493. You'll be glad you did.
If you can't handle the big girls workout, the little girls gym is right across the street. Go ahead and play jumpity jump rope, hopscotch, or whatever it is that little girls do. If you're committed to this workout the way you're committed to that morning donut, you'll be puking out your ears right now. Pukerella, you'll be puking out your ears right now.
And that's why I don't like gyms.
Well, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, just $10 a month. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
Hi, I'm Sue. I'm a goalkeeper for Logan High School Soccer. I'm proud to be a Wendy's All-Star and go Grizz.
Hi, I'm Jace Perry, and I play safety for the Logan Grizzlies. I'm honored to be picked as one of the Wendy's All-Stars. Go Grizz!
to be one with your mind, and your mind has to be one with your body while you're doing any kind of feat. I see the hurdles in front of me. I'm like, Felicia, this is what you got to get over. Here's a certain thing you have to do to conquer your goals today.
I don't know if the girl can sit still. I don't know if she sleeps at night.
You have to put mind over matter. So even though my body's aching right now, tomorrow my mind's gonna be like, you can do this, what's next? My sister and I, it's a passionate relationship. We go hard.
Felicia plays Frederica harder than she would play anybody else.
It builds me up to where I want to be.
My father started us in tennis, he started us in track, and he even started my love for learning. He helped push it forward. He was killed when I was 9 years old. It's been 8 years and it still hurts. When he died, it was a void that can't be filled. The lessons he instilled in me, I wanted to push past all the obstacles, the barriers in my way. I want to let him live on through me, let his lessons live on through me.
She doesn't let her circumstances define her, and she never has. She doesn't have to tell you that. She shows you that.
It's very important to be part of something that's bigger than you. I'm the president for it.
Logan turning it over. Logan turning it over on their last play of the first half. They lead 8-7, and here's a kick return that's got a chance. Niederhauser down the sideline. Touchdown! The Grizzlies put it in the end zone on the opening kick of the second half and extend their lead.
Touchdown Grizzlies. Jason Bowe returns it all the way for 6.
Sam Niederhauser, the senior. One of those 11 seniors on this team. Right down the near sideline. And the Grizzlies lead 14-7. Looks like they might go for 2 again. Yeah, they're going to. Here comes Thornley. Thornley to the middle. Pass a little bit behind the intended receiver, so the PAT is no good. And 14 seconds into the second half, the Grizzlies extend their lead to 14-7.
Tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
11:46 to play in the third period. The opening kickoff of the second half taken back for a touchdown by Niederhauser. Logan leads 14-7, and now they just dribble one downfield where it's picked up by big number 89 Jarrett Christensen, and he returns it up to the 42-yard line.
42-yard line. The Lions will have a first and 10.
So the Lions scored first in the first half. Go up 7-0. The Grizzlies tie it up or get in the end zone themselves on a 37-yard touchdown pass from Thornley to Jensen. The two-point conversion put them ahead 8-7, and that's where we stood at the half. The two-point conversion was no good after the kick return, so we're at 14-7 now. Payson 75 yards rushing and 20 yards passing in the first half as they give it off to Redford. Redford tries the left side of the defense.
Around the right side, he picked up of about 7.
Picks up 7 yards. It's only Redford's second carry.
Take it down to 3.
95 total yards in that first half for Payson. For the Grizzlies, 33 yards rushing, 128 yards passing for 161 total yards. Logan bringing some pressure. Tueller back to throw. Throwing a little out pattern. Incomplete as Riley Hansen can't come up with it. It's third down. 2 of 4 for Payson on third downs. And on one of those missed third down opportunities, they converted on fourth down. That was on their scoring drive. For Payson, they're watching the Uinta Salem Hills score. They want Uinta to win that game. Uinta wins that game, and Payson's the 3rd seed out of their region. Well, right now, Salem Hills is winning that game 21-3. Well, everybody's jumping off sides, left, right, and center. It looked like it was Payson that was off first. One of the receivers left early.
5-yard penalty. It'll be third down and 8.
Only the second penalty for Payson. They've played a clean ball game that way. Logan had 6 penalties in that first half. So it's 3rd and 8 instead of 3rd and 3. 2 receivers. They throw the screen over the middle. This one's got a chance, but a good play defensively. The Grizzlies sniff it out and stop it short of the first down.
4th and 2.
Let's see who that was. That was Wildman. That was 6 yards. They needed 8. Payson looking like they're going to punt the ball. It's only the second time the Lions have punted tonight. On 4th and 2. And they will kick it away. High. Good kick. Dodford calls for a fair catch and makes it at about the 13-yard line. So Logan leading 14-7 with 10:13 to play in the 3rd quarter will take over. Grizzlies trying to finish the season on a high note.
Ball's on the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 Grizzlies.
And just about as nice an October night as you can ask for. Green Canyon's gone out in front of Ben Lomond now, 17-10. That's the halftime score of that one. Here's the give to Wildman. Wildman putting his head down, gaining 9 yards. Mountain Crest leading Tooele at the half. 13-0. We had an early score from that one. It was 7-0 Tooele, but it's actually 13-0 Mountain Crest in that one. Ridgeline leads Park City 14-0 at the half, and Skyview has a bye. This Payson team could be playing Skyview next week, or they could be playing Mountain Crest, or they could be sitting home.
Wildman gets the ball again. Drives out to the 25-yard line.
Wildman on second down, picks up 3. And the Grizzlies pick up a first down. Set the ball, set the chains, start the clock. And the Grizzlies with a new set of downs, a 7-point lead and 9:20 to play in the 3rd. The Grizzlies led 8-7 at the half. If you're just tuning in, they returned the opening kickoff to the second half for a touchdown. Now they have the ball again. Wildman out of the backfield. Thornley's in trouble, gets out of it at least momentarily, And he does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't block that edge very well, and Thornley never had a chance.
Loss of 1, it'll be second down and 11.
Wildman comes off. Dylan Butters into the ball game for him. Niederhauser in motion. He's the one that scored the touchdown on the kick return, and Butters in motion in the backfield. And too much time. Logan took way too much time in the huddle there.
Delay game is a call against the Grizzlies. 5-yard penalty. Second down and 16.
7th penalty for Logan. 7 penalties, 52 yards worth. So it'll be second down and about 16. They're going down the sideline again, and Butters was just knocked out of bounds. He's 15 yards downfield, and the corner just knocks him out of bounds, chucks him out of bounds. No flag. The ball doesn't have to be catchable in high school. I honestly don't know if the official was looking at that. These guys see most things, but he's smacking a guy and knocking him out of bounds. A lot of times will get you a flag, but not that time, and it's 3rd and long for Logan. 2 of 5 on 3rd downs, 3rd and 16. Butters in motion. They're going to roll toward the motion. Unloading. There's Niederhauser out front. Dodd comes back and knocks the attempted interception away, and here's a flag late. There's no way they can call offensive pass interference on this. I don't know if they can call defensive pass interference on this. The official on the sideline from way down back at the 25-yard line came in and threw it late, unless Dodd got held out of the break. It's going to be pass interference. Who are they going to call it on? Pass interference. Oh, on Payson. No, that looked like that was clean from both sides. From way up here, when you're officiating, it's all about angles. When you're down there on field level, sometimes things look different than they do way up above, like we've got. So unless there was some contact coming out of the break before we looked, before I was able to look downfield and see what was going on. So. Jensen and Niederhauser to the near side, 2 backs in the backfield with Thornley, and it's 3rd and 1. Because it's the yardage on those pass interference. It's not an automatic first down. It didn't matter because they ran for the first down anyway.
Dylan Butters on the carry.
Butters.
He picks up the Grizzly first down. And
picked up 3 yards on 3rd and 1. And the Grizzlies' drive stays alive. 7:45 to play in the 3rd period. Grizzlies lead 14-7. Wildman motions up, tight end spot. Thornley on the run. Tries to throw it on the run. The defensive back, Hansen, cut in front of Dodd. And it went over both of their heads and out of bounds. If that one's on target, Hansen's catching it and running the other way. 2nd down. 9 of 16 for 128 yards for Thornley. He's also thrown a touchdown and an interception. 2nd and 10. Running the screen inside to Corbett, and he can't come up with it.
Pass intended with Corbett incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
They were able to get good yardage off that play when they ran it in the first half on one of their drives, and it looked like they had it set up and blocked pretty well again. Corbett didn't pull it in. Corbett will split out wide with Dodd to the near side. Jensen, and it looks like Godfrey to the far side. It is Godfrey. They're going up top to Dodd. Dodd over his shoulder and incomplete. I think the defensive back, Hansen, got his hand in there at the last second, and that's 3rd down. The Grizzlies will have to punt once again. Thornley put that one right where it needed to be, and once again it hung up just a second too long, and the defensive back was able to close and knock it away. Good plays by the Payson defensive backs more than anything else. Thornley's been putting them right there. It's kind of a high snap on the punt. They get it away. And then it bounces sideways. The 32-yard line.
6-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 Payson. I'd like to thank again some more of our platinum sponsors.
It's at the 27-yard line.
McDonald's and South Logan Yard Care Services. Logan Oral Surgery.
A 37, 38-yard punt. Payson will take over. Trailing by 7. 7:04 to play in the 3rd.
And our silver sponsors,
14-7 Logan.
Bank of Utah and Cook Martin Colson PC. Thanks for the great support that you provide to Logan High School.
Redford in the slot. Judd with the give. Nope. Tooler's going to keep it. Nice fake. Butters hanging on to Redford, and he picks up 6.
5 on the play. Riley Redford on that reception. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Lions.
Looking to throw again over the middle to Moe, the big tight end. He throws the jump ball, and Moe goes up and gets it. Picks up 10 yards.
For the Lions to the 43-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Payson Lions.
As big as Moe is, they've only thrown to him a couple times. They don't have heights and weights listed on their roster, but Moe looks like he might be about 6'4". Tooler across the middle, another one that's going to be picked off. Picked off by Jensen. Jensen returns it inside the 50-yard line to the 47, and Logan with the lead in the ball. 5:47 to play in the 3rd quarter. After the 3rd interception of the night by the Logan defense. Two of them have been on tipped balls over the middle. The 3rd was Kevin Nye stepping right in front of a receiver when Payson was in scoring position. That was on the 1st drive of the game. Payson looked like they were going to march right down and get in the end zone, and Nye steps in front, intercepts it inside the 20. Godfrey's late getting on the field, and this is a broken play. Nye is the quarterback.
Kevin Nye takes
loses a yard.
No gain on
Godfrey comes on late. He doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. Nye Gets the snap, turns around, there's nowhere for him to hand it, so he just runs forward and loses a yard. The Grizzlies looking like maybe they're going to run the ball a little bit, maybe work on the clock some. Nye in at quarterback. Thornley's a sophomore, Nye the junior. Butters in motion. They're going to give it to him on the end around. One of the Lions knifing through, makes the tackle. It's Uribe back to the 50-yard line. It's a loss of 4. In this possession, well, this possession's been kind of a comedy of errors for the Grizzlies. They get the turnover, and then offensively, they're struggling. Pawnee into the ball game. He's in the backfield with Thornley. They're going to hand it to Wildman. Wildman picks up 5 on 3rd down and 14. Ball right at the 45-yard line. The Grizz end up only gaining 1 yard on those 3 plays. And under 4 minutes to play now in 3rd, and the Grizzlies leading by a touchdown. They're going to kick it away. Another high snap, but fielded cleanly out there by Ruger. And that one's going to kick up and out of bounds. Picked up by the punt returner inside the 10-yard line. There's, surprise, a flag on the play. A lot of those tonight. Only a couple on pace and a lot on the Grizzlies. This ball out of bounds right about the 10. 36-yard punt. Dies inside the 10. The penalty's back at the 35-yard line. Let's see who it's on. They're still talking about it. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Logan. Oh my goodness, they've been called for personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct. And so that will be out at the 25-yard line. Wait, they threw that flag out at the 25-yard line. So this punt went out of bounds inside the 10, but because of the penalty, oh my goodness, because of the penalty, it's out at the 41-yard line. I think if I'm the coach and I find out what happened on that one, somebody might be standing next to me for the rest of the evening. After the play, 15-yard penalty. I guess that's not what I'm understanding. If that's after the play, why is it from the point of the foul? They called it a dead ball foul. How is it from the spot of the foul? Why is it not from the spot of the ball and out at the 25-yard line, 24, 25-yard line instead of clear out at the 41? Coming over and explaining something. That's what the coach is saying. Yeah, that one should be. If it's dead ball, that should be from where the ball went out of bounds.
Since that was a dead ball foul, it will go from the end of the play.
Yeah, not from the spot. So one of the officials caught that and came and brought it to the attention of the others, and they got it right here. Still, it's a penalty. It's at the 24 instead of 41, but still, it's one of those penalties that don't care if it's the last game or not. The coach, you're having words with somebody. Tueller in behind a blocker into a pile.
Jake Tueller keeps the ball. Gets out to about the 28.
3 yards for Tueller. A lot of penalties in this game. 8 on Logan. 3 on Payson. Of those 8 penalties on Logan, 3 of them were a 15-yard variety. 2 personal fouls and an unsportsmanlike. Second and 7. Tueller set to throw again. They break on the ball, and Godfrey just wasn't tall enough. Hansen just blocked him out, took it away. Godfrey saw it. He broke in on the ball, and Hansen stepped in front just like a basketball player looking for a rebound.
Out to the 44-yard line is 1st and 10. Payson.
$13 yards. And Payson with a first down. 2.5 to play in the third. 14-7 Logan. Here's the give to Judd. He loses it. No one around him. He just lost control of the football. I tell you, that football gets a little slick when it's cold. It's not extremely cold tonight. But the ball will get cold and it'll just slide out sometimes. 6-yard loss for Harrison Judd. He's got 11 carries for 51 yards after that loss. Yards rushing for Payson. They had 75 at the half. Redford in motion. And a penalty. Somebody from Payson moving. So Payson with their 4th penalty. 12 flags on the night. Still 1:41 to play.
Ball started against the Payson Lions.
Here in this third period.
Second down to 21.
Second and 21. Ball pushed clear back to the 33-yard line. Payson's turned it over 3 times. Logan's turned it over twice. Redford in motion. Tueller to throw. Looking down the sideline. There's 2 defenders there. And the ball drifts out of bounds, incomplete.
Intended for Riley Redford, incomplete. 3rd down, 21.
Third and 21. Logan defensively. See if they bring some heat after Tueller. Piper to this side, 1 receiver to the far side. Judd's in the backfield. Tueller across the middle, over the head of Piper, Cooper, excuse me, and it's 4th down and long, and the Lions will have to punt again. 1:12 to play in the third. Kick, not real deep. Godfrey calls for a fair catch, hauls it in at the 37-yard line. So Logan with some decent field position to start this possession, leading 14-7 with 1:05 to play here in this third quarter. Logan trying to end the season with a win. They haven't won a game since they defeated Ogden earlier in the season, 34-20. They were in the ball game with Green Canyon. They've had a couple of games where they've been in the game and had a chance. And things just didn't go their way down the stretch. And they're more than in this one, they're leading. Here's the give to Wildman.
Kevin Nye.
Oh, that's Nye.
Picks up about 5 on the play, second down 5.
Nye's got 4 carries for 0 yards. He's taken a couple of hits for a loss. And that one got him back even. That's 0.
Second down 4.
Where they spotted, they're going to give him more like 6 yards. So he's got a yard on those carries. Got that negative yardage back. Niederhauser and Jensen to the far side. Dodd, the tight end, to the near side. Nye in the backfield. They're going to fake it to him, and Thornley around the corner. Stop and start down to the 48-yard line of Payson. 8 yards and a first down.
8-yard line of the Lions. First and 10, Grizzlies.
I don't think the Grizzlies even have to run a play. There's 15 seconds and the clock running. I think if I'm Logan, I don't run a play here. Yeah, you got a lot of time on the play clock, and that's what they're going to do. They're just going to get into the fourth quarter leading 14-7. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel.
Hey, fans, get you excited, ready for the Logan High.
When I finally got tired of playing through knee pain, I went to a surgeon I'd heard good things about. Best choice I ever made. My doctor was great, but so was the hospital. They presented me with all of my options, and they took time to help me make decisions. That's the way it should be. That's what led to this moment. And that look on Phil's face.
Before your moment of truth, choose a health plan that partners with the Mountain Star Healthcare Network.
Not bigger, just better.
Back at Logan High School, we go to the fourth quarter, 14-7. Logan with the lead. I'm Eric Olson, been with you for 10 weeks. Can you believe that it's been 2.5 months of high school football? Nothing goes faster than a football season. We'll have a couple more games for you here on the Valley Channel. Next week, the playoffs start next Friday. Mountain Crest and Skyview will both be at home. The week after, even if Mountain Crest wins, if the number 1 team in their bracket wins as well, then they have to travel clear down to St. George. So we'll probably hit Mountain Crest that first week and look to go to Skyview that second week, whoever's in town. If Skyview loses that first week, I would be shocked, because they are a team that's firing on all cylinders. You almost don't want to see them take a break, take the week off, but lose that momentum. But I mean, Skyview's as good as any team that I've seen this year in 4A. Dixie's very good, and to be fair, I haven't seen them live, just some snippets of them. But Skyview, they're a complete team. Here's Thornley using the Nye block to get around the edge and out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Marked out at the 41-yard line.
Mountain Crest and Skyview will be playing either Payson, Mountain View, or Salem Hills. If Salem Hills hangs on in the game that they're playing in, right now it's more than a hang on. It's 34-0 in the 3rd quarter in that ball game. Salem Hills is winning that one handily. So what'll happen, from what I've been told, is you could have coin tosses. You got a 3-way tie. You get a coin toss, and we'll see how that coin toss goes to see who makes it in. So Payson can go anywhere from the 3rd seed to not even making the playoffs tonight. Whatever happens in this game doesn't really count after that, but you know, they'd like to get a win, and if they get into the playoffs, get in with a little bit of a head of steam going. Short of the first downs, they tried the little screen. Corbett doesn't gain anything, and it's 4th down. Ruger on to punt, standing at his own 46-yard line. Last couple snaps have been high. This one just right. Ruger angling it for the sideline, hangs it high, and it hits the helmet of his own player. Hits his own player right on the head, right on that hash. He was kind of angling it toward that, between that right sideline and hash, and it came down on the side or on the hash and hit his own player right in the head. Inside the 20-yard line, so the Logan defense with 3 takeaways tonight. Back on the field. And the Lions trying to get something going. They scored first, did Payson. Held that 7-0 lead, and then the Grizzlies scored in the second period and took the 8-7 lead into halftime. The Grizzlies take the opening kick of the second half back for a touchdown. And it's 14-7. Logan with the lead. Judd back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it before he's taken down. Taken down out there by Andrew Wallace. Cooper to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Tueller with Judd behind him, or next to him on his right side. Throws the little out pattern.
84 makes the reception. Piper.
Ball is caught by Piper, but there's a flag back in the vicinity of a hold. Let's see what the call is. 9:42 to play in a 7-point ball game. Logan on top. Another personal foul. Another personal foul on Logan. With a blow to the head. 3 personal fouls and an unsportsmanlike conduct on Logan. Nine penalties. Coach Anderson out on the field wants to know what's going on.
Ball's marked at the 39-yard line.
And he doesn't like the explanation. But he's also hollering at his defense, so I don't know. He may not have liked the explanation because he was frustrated with his own players, not so much with the call. Here's the give to Tueller. The quarterback was actually Logan Ride, the sophomore, on that play, and Tueller carries. 2nd and 7. So Ride has played quarterback for Payson throughout the season. Off and on, and he's on there now. The ball up at the 42 of Payson. Under 9 minutes to play. Logan leads by 7. Ride looking to throw. Nearly picked off.
Ball almost picked off, incomplete. 3rd down, 7.
Boy, if the Logan defender, Chris Shotbill, gets his hands on that one, he may have scored. He got his hands on it. He couldn't keep him on it. The receiver turned into a defender there. Helped knock it away. 3rd and 7. The Grizzlies with a bunch of guys up. 6 guys up. Ride looking for the edge. Dodd chasing. Throws it. Complete? No. Incomplete. He got it out there to Judd. Judd bobbled and was grabbed by one of the defenders. The ball falls to the ground. 4th down and 7 for Payson. What are they going to do? It looks like they're going to punt. Godfrey comes on late to field this. High knuckleball kick. Bounces at the 40, out of bounds at about the 45, or the 35.
35-yard line.
20, about 20 yards on that kick was all. Off the side of the foot of the punter. Logan takes over with 8.5 to play in the game, nursing a 7-point lead. You get the feeling that if the Grizzlies could put another touchdown on the board, this ball game might be over. The Grizzlies just haven't taken this game by the throat. Thornley's going to hand it off to Wildman. Wildman still on his feet. He's got the first down and more. He's out to the 50-yard line. 15 yards for the senior.
Of the Lions, first down, Grizzlies.
42 yards on 7 carries for Wildman. And that was a power run if I've ever seen one. Corbett and Niederhauser for the far side, Jensen to the near side, and 2 backs in the backfield. Now Wildman will vacate. Hand that one off to Dodd, who was in the backfield, playing at a halfback instead of the tight end spot. He gets it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe the length of the football. Second and 10. Logan not really in any hurry. Still 20 seconds on the play clock. Leading by 7 with under 7.5 to play. Thornley no one to throw it to, but the field opens up for him. He's inside the 30, down near the 20-yard line.
20-yard line. First down.
They sent the backs out and looked like they were going to throw like a little screen, and Payson jumped on it, and that opened up the middle of the field. Thornley saw that he couldn't make the throw, and he took off. So the sophomore with a big gain. And Logan in the red zone. Jensen, Corbett, and Godfrey to the far side. Dodd to the near side, and Wildman in the backfield. They're going to look for Dodd. Dodd pitches it back, and that's not Wildman, that's Truex. Truex down inside the 5-yard line. A little hook and ladder type play for the big man, Truex, who lined up as a tight end.
Pass complete to Dodd, then he pitches it off to Truex.
Kyle Truex, the 6'3", 283-pound junior, gets a chance to run the ball. The Grizzlies pulling out all the stops, wanting to get the win on senior night. First and goal at the 2-yard line. 6:55 to play and the clock runs. Grizzlies lead 14-7. Pawnee in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Wildman. Wildman. He was running east and west, and he's best running north and south. He ends up, he may have lost a yard. Let's see. He lost a yard. He went off tackle, and he's better when he's got his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, and he just was looking for the edge and could never turn upfield.
Take it down on 3 for the Grizzlies.
Pawnee in the backfield with him. pitch to Wildman. Now he turns it up.
Wildman off the right tackle.
Gains some yardage back. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 2.
They're down in 2 for the Grizzlies.
Clock continues to roll. Logan's leading by 7, 14-7. They've got 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. Thornley walks to the sideline to take the play, and I think they're just going to take a timeout and talk about this one. They're going to let the play clock run down and take a timeout and decide what they're going to do here on 3rd down. Play clock down to 1 second, and there's the timeout. 5:15 on the game clock. All the Valley teams are winning tonight. Skyview is on a bye. Mountain Crest is beating Tooele. It's Logan winning here, 2 yards away from making this game look more and more like it's going to be in the win column. Green Canyon is beating Ben Lomond, and Ridgeline is beating Park City.
Hey fans, check the programs. If you have a school reward sticker on the Poole and Morris ad in your program, it's good for a prize. Take it to their booth at the north end of the stadium to claim their prize.
Now they're back out on the field. Logan needs 6 feet for a touchdown. See what they dial up here. Press coverage on the outside. Niederhauser in the slot, giving it straight ahead to Wildman. Wildman stood up at the 1-yard line.
4th down and 1.
4th and 1. And why is the clock stopped? Now it's running. 4th and 1. The ball at the 1. Logan's going to try to punch it in and see if they can't put this game away. Senior night at Crimson Field. 4th and goal. Thornley's going to keep it. Turns it up.
Thornley around the right side.
I don't think he got there. He did not.
Forward to the end zone.
Somebody grabbed him from behind just as he turned it upfield, and the Grizzlies can't punch it in. Ball on the half-yard line. That's where Payson will take over. Still trailing 14-7. You mentioned those other games. Mountain Crest is putting it on Tooele. That one in the 4th quarter, 27-0 Mountain Crest. Excelder beating Bonneville 31-3. Green Canyon leads Ben Lomond. That one just about 4th quarter for that one. 24-10 Green Canyon with the lead in that ball game. And Ridgeline, the last score we had out of that one was halftime. They were leading 14-0 at Park City. See if Logan comes after Park City. Oh, they're offsides again. So the quarterback moved his leg.
Offsides against the Grizzlies.
Barked as he moved his leg. He could move his leg. He was, liked going up and down with the leg, like signaling for your receiver to go in motion. As soon as his leg moved, the end came upfield. It's the 3rd offsides penalty on the Grizzlies defense. So that gives Payson a little bit of breathing room. 1st and 5 at the 5.5-yard line. Wright is in there. He unloads. Pass knocked down by Godfrey. They're going to Godfrey's side. They've got a size advantage there. As Godfrey, 5'7". That receiver's quite a bit bigger than he is. A couple of times tonight they've been able to exploit that mismatch, but that time Godfrey was right there. 2nd and 5. with 4.5 to play in the ball game. Logan leads by a touchdown. This may be just about the last gasp for Payson. Here's the give to Judd. Judd looking for the edge. You're going to get a holding penalty. This is going to come back. That's about the 8-yard line. It'll be push the ball back to the 4.
Sucked up to about the 13-yard line.
Instead of a first down, this is going to push the ball backwards. Butters was being held out there on the edge.
Holding call against the Lions. It'll be half the distance.
So Payson with only a couple penalties in the first half, and they've picked up a few more here in this second half. That's their 5th penalty of the night. 14 accepted penalties in this one.
Second down and 7 for the Lions.
The Grizzlies looking to hold on for the win. There's 4:27 to play in this ball game. Grizzlies lead by 7. They had the ball 1st and goal, couldn't punch it in on 4th and goal from the 1. Now Payson's taking over. Ride out to the edge, it's picked off! Shotbell puts it in the end zone, and that might have put this ball game away.
Christopher Shotbell on the interception. Add 6 for the Logan.
He just about had one earlier in this quarter, and the receiver was able to knock it away from him, and that time he sat on the pattern, made the break, took the ball out of the air, and put it in the end zone. Logan's been going for 2 all night. They don't have a kicker. That they're using to kick PATs. They've been going for 2 all night. Thornley, he's got Godfrey. Godfrey into the end zone. 4:21 to play in the ball game. Logan 22, Payson 7.
Billy Goat Ruffians. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Give us a call at 752-9493. You'll be glad you did.
.421 to play in the ball game. 22-7. Logan with the defensive touchdown. They've scored in all 3 phases of the game tonight. An offensive touchdown on a 37-yard touchdown pass to open the scoring for the Grizzlies. A kick return for a touchdown to start this second half, and now a defensive touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown. A little roller kick fielded at about the 35-yard line. Christensen returns it. 2-point conversion was good for Logan. And that probably put this ball game away with only 4:16 to play. And the Logan defense being awfully stingy against this Payson offense that's had their share of injuries coming into this game. Nobody cares when you're injured. You still have to go out and play. Here's the give up inside, a little shovel pass.
Tyson Fromm.
To Fromm.
He
picks up 12. That was a little forward pitch. They handed it off to the running back who pitched it forward to Fromm. Every time Fromm has touched the ball tonight, it seems like he's made something happen. He's only carried 3 times. He's got 28 yards, 29 yards on those 3 carries. Payson at the 45. This is not quite over yet, but Logan, if they put it together defensively, they can put this game in the freezer. Here comes a late flag. It's a face mask on Logan. That's the way things have gone for him tonight. The gentleman adjudicating this one. But just like that, Payson's down. Face mask on Logan. Yeah, that's what it looked like. And just like that, Payson's down in scoring position. Maybe don't warm up the bus just yet. Grizzlies lead by 15 with 3:45 to play, but Payson, after that penalty, is on the 17-yard line of the Grizzlies. Tuller looking for the slant, and Tuller is a wallop just as he threw it. That's wild. Wild over the place tonight. Offensively, he's carried the ball for a few yards. 45 yards. Defensively, he's been causing Payson all sorts of trouble. 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line of Logan. Tuller runs the same thing, inside screen. Hansen still on his feet, fighting for the end zone. He's in. It didn't take Payson long. All night long, it's been like pulling teeth for Payson to move the ball, and just like that, down the field, big penalty in the middle of it, and they're in the end zone. Payson's not going to roll over and die. Tuller set for the PAT. Payson probably going to have to take a timeout. 3:27. The officials come over and have him change the time. Clock to 3:27. And Tuller getting set for the PAT. Kicks up. Kick's good. 3:27 to play in the game. Not over yet. 22-14. Grizzlies still on top. .27 to play, an 8-point Logan lead. They looked like maybe they had iced this thing away, and Payson said, yeah, no, we're not done. After the short kick, they drove it down the field, aided by a face mask penalty, and put it in the end zone. Now, looks like Logan might have their hands team in there. And it's just a pop-up kick. Still free. Let's see. Payson says they've got it. They do.
And the ball's marked down.
And the coaching staff's talking to one of the players for Logan. One of the players for Logan who had the best chance at it kind of backed away from it. He didn't go get it.
So Payson recovered.
And they're asking him, what are you doing? Go get it.
Haven't really seen a signal yet.
He didn't go get it. The officials are huddling up about this one. Don't know what there is to huddle up about. Payson came off the bottom of the pile with the football. And they've already got their offense out there, and Logan's defense is already out there. This one's not over yet. Mountain Crest late in the ball game leads Tooele 41-0. Green Canyon 31-19 over Ben Lomond. That one just going to the fourth quarter. Bear River's beating Ogden 35-7, and Ridgeline still getting that halftime score out of the Ridgeline. Now Logan's pointing toward Payson. Is there a penalty on the illegal touching?
Illegal touch again.
Payson.
Payson line. I believe that means that they touched the ball before it went 10 yards.
Now where that one is, if they said they touched it before it went 10 yards, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the call is there. They're calling an illegal touching on Payson. Now if one of the Grizzlies called for a fair catch on that, that may be what they're calling. Call for the fair catch on the kickoff. Payson went up and got it, took it away from him. But they're explaining it to the Payson coaching staff on the far side, and the Payson coaching staff looks on incredulously at the explanation. They're still talking about it. So now the Logan offense back on the field. And for a moment there, it looked like Payson had come up with the onside kick as Uribe had come out of there with the ball, number 44. Still explaining it over there. And what a turn of events. It's an 8-point game. Looked like Payson had the onside kick back and at the 43 of Logan with a little bit of momentum. With 3:24 left in the game, now Logan gets the ball off the illegal touching. Logan with a chance to run some time off the clock. The Payson coaches are still on the field. The official has come out and wants to start the game, and the Payson coach won't leave the field. Now he does.
Well, the Grizzlies have the ball, first and 10 from the 42-yard.
Here's the give to Wildman. Wildman, they try to strip the ball. He's pushed out of bounds.
Run out of bounds at the 46, 45.
He picks up a couple.
Second down and 8.
The clock runs with 3 minutes to play in the ball game. See what Payson does. I would imagine if they can get a stop here, that they'll probably take a timeout. There's a flag.
Flag on the play.
What's the flag? The official on the near sideline threw the flag. Logan didn't have 12 guys in the huddle. They had the quarterback on the sideline getting the play and their other guys in the huddle. Lots of flags tonight. This is number 16. Well, there have been 18. They haven't all been accepted. And they're talking about this one. With 2:56 to play, it stops the clock. At least until they get it figured out. Payson coach is out on the field on his side, wondering what the play is. The Logan coaching staff is looking on. They're going to pick up the flag and wave it off. They talked all about it, decided there's no infraction. And they wind the clock. Clock runs with 2:50 to play in the ball game. There's 20 seconds on the game clock. Logan still got their quarterback on the sideline getting the play from the coach. Nye is in there. Butters comes off. So Nye's in the backfield and Thornley is the quarterback. Snap it with 2 seconds. Thornley's going to keep it.
Thornley keeps the ball.
He's dropped for a 2-yard loss, and now Payson takes the timeout. 2:24 to play in the ball game. Logan leads by 8. It's 3rd down, and well, they're going to say a loss of a yard, not 2, so it's 3rd down and 9. Payson, I believe, that's their first timeout of the second half. Scored with their offense, with their defense, and with their special teams tonight. 22-14, a 2-point conversion. Two successful 2-point conversions, one unsuccessful. Gets us to 22. Payson is 14. They're trying to get the ball back. Logan, I would imagine, Logan runs the ball, tries to run a few seconds, and then Payson will take another timeout. They're going to throw it. Thornley. He's got time down the sideline. He's got Butters. Butters sits down in bounds.
Dylan Butters.
And the Grizzlies don't play it safe. They roll the dice.
All the way down.
And they hit jackpot down to the 20-yard line. +30 yards on the pass play. And Thornley puts it right there.
Wait for the teams to congratulate each other. Little overtime celebration on the field after the game.
Going for the end zone. Dodd's there. He comes up with it. Touchdown! Points are at a premium for 3.5 quarters. And now we've had 3 touchdowns scored in the last, well, less than 5 minutes. The floodgates have opened here. It's 28-14 and Logan with the PAT to come. .208 to play in the ball game. Logan up by 2 scores. Looking for just their 2nd win on the season. Thornley looking to throw. Looks to the out pattern, and it's knocked away. But a 2-touchdown lead for the Grizzlies with just 2:08 to play in the ball game. Logan 28, Payson 14.
Tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
28-14 Logan with 2:08 to play in the ball game. Touchdown pass from Thornley to Dodd. Logan senior night, only 11 seniors. Thornley just a sophomore. They've got some building blocks here at Logan. One of those is Thornley. He's thrown some pretty balls here tonight. This one they kick deep.
Sails into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Payson at their own 20-yard line.
Payson takes over, trailing by 2 touchdowns. And they've got it at their own 20. 2:08 to play in the ball game. The last time down, they used only about a minute off the clock before they got into the end zone. And then it looked like Payson had recovered the onside kick. But then the officials ruled an illegal touching violation on Payson, gave the ball back to the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies were able to convert it into a touchdown. Tuller rolls one way, throws back the other to Judd. Judd on his feet out near the marker, stepped out of bounds just shy of the first down marker, 8 yards. 2 minutes even on the clock.
Second down and 3.
For the Grizzlies, you know, I think you can take some chances. We're ahead by 2 scores. They were aggressive on offense and ended up scoring. If they choose to be, you can be aggressive on defense and come after this quarterback. Let's see what they do. 4 down linemen. And they're just going to rush 4. Tuller can't find anyone to throw it to, so he takes off, gets the first down, steps out of bounds.
Picks up the first down at the 31-yard line.
Picked up 3. Stops the clock with 1:54 to play.
Oh, no, they marked him at the 29. It'll be
wow, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds short of the marker. My goodness. He looked like he had stepped out of bounds up near the 31-yard line. They're going to say it was back at the 29, so it's 3rd and a yard. So the Grizzlies forcing him to step out of bounds before he gets to the marker. They send Moe, the big tight end, wide to the left. See if they look at him. Nope, Tuller's going to keep it as they spread things out. Tuller's got the first down. He picks up 7.
Down to the 37-yard line. Make it the 36. First down, Payson.
Stop the clock to move the chains. Get him set and start it up again. The clock rolls with 1:45 to play. Logan 28-14. Payson with the ball. Tuller looking left, going down the sideline to Hansen, and it's just about picked off again. It was Charlie Jensen back there just waiting for it, and then Hansen ran into him. Jensen couldn't come up with it. Hansen slow to get up. Finally does and trots off the field. 2nd and 10, 1:32 to play. Three wide receivers for Tuller. He's got Judd in the backfield with him. Judd stays in to block. Finds Piper on the sideline. Piper picks up 5 and steps out of bounds. He only took a couple of seconds off the clock. 1:28 to play in the game. 4 seconds came off the clock. 3rd and 5. Tuller had to get rid of it before he was ready. He had Ruger coming in, bearing down hard from one side and Dodd from the other. And Tuller took 2 steps back and just had to chuck it off his back foot. 4th down and 5. So 4th down in the ball game for Payson. Logan leads by 2 scores. 28-14, the ball at the 41-yard line of Payson. Grizzlies with 3 takeaways tonight, including a pick 6. This one tipped, and it goes incomplete, and that's just like a turnover. The Grizzlies will take it over on downs with 1:21 to play. Payson shows 2 timeouts for Payson, so they can stop the clock a couple of times. Let's see if they do, if Logan just takes a couple of knees. Let's see, they put 25 seconds on those play clocks. So that's a minute 15. First, second, and third down. They may be able to just take some knees if Payson's not going to call timeouts. It's not a region game. And of course, you want to win every ball game. You're down 2 scores with 1:21 to play. See what Logan does. And the play clock ran out. Or did they call a timeout? The play clock was about to run out. So the Grizzlies call a timeout. 1:21 on the clock.
Fans, don't forget the overtime.
Well, it's going to be a big falderall in Region 10 because Salem Hills beating Uinta big. If Salem Hills would lose that game, Payson would go in as the 3 seed, Mountain View would go in as the 4 seed. But now with Salem Hills winning that game, all 3 of those teams beat each other. Payson lost to Salem Hills, but beat Mountain View, and Mountain View beat Salem Hills. So now we're looking at coin flips and play-in games and everything else in Region 10. And the grand prize from that is, if you finish 4th, you're going to go run into a buzzsaw and play up here against Skyview. If you finish 3rd, you're going to play against 9-1 Mountain Crest. Oh boy, Logan's going up top. They could have taken a knee or 2. Instead, they go deep. Jace Perry was the intended receiver. Now he comes off after that play. Stops the clock. Now they're going to hand it off to Wildman. Wildman pushing forward for 3. Payson's going to call a timeout after they incomplete pass on first down. That one takes 7 seconds off the clock. Payson calls one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Ball at the 38-yard line, 3rd and 7. Ridgeline and Bear River will be on the road, playing against Orem and Spanish Fork. That's a couple of good ball teams down there, Orem and Spanish Fork. They're big. Ridgeline's already played Spanish Fork once this season. Looking for another crack at them. Second round, unless there's a huge upset, they'll have to go on the road, play one of those St. George teams. Skyview would get to stay home first and second round as the number 2 seed. Thornley trying to run the edge. Payson selling out to come after that one, and they catch him for the big loss. 11-yard loss. Uribe gets him 103 on the clock. That play took 5 seconds. Payson takes their last timeout. their opponents will be. The playoff times aren't set yet for those games. There is a default time. Usually those games are played on Friday afternoon. Kills it at about the 28, 49 seconds left in the game. Payson trails 28-14 with only 28 seconds left. Logan needs to just get ball carriers on the ground. Tueller in at quarterback. He's running that wheel pattern.
Pass incomplete.
And it falls incomplete. He left it just a little bit short of the intended receiver. Looked like Perez maybe could have made that catch. Perez, the sophomore. Looked like he had a chance at it. Couldn't quite come up with it. 42 seconds. The clock stops on the incompletion. Payson has no more timeouts. Tueller steps up, fires. This one caught by Wildman on the interception. Wildman just gets on the floor. There's a flag back at the 35-yard line, and let's see, it was after the interception. I think it might have been an illegal block by Logan after the interception. Wildman's been everywhere defensively. He's played well offensively. The senior showing how it's done here on senior night. If it's a post-possession penalty, then the Grizzlies get the ball back and they can just take a knee and we're done. There were a couple of players involved in a little scrum out there about the 35, 36-yard line. That's where the flag was thrown. I wondered if maybe a Logan player had thrown an illegal block at a Payson player. Not sure. Let's see. Personal foul on Logan. That's their 5th personal foul call and an unsportsmanlike tonight. A lot of penalties on the Grizz. So the Grizzlies get the ball because the penalty happened after the interception. It's back at midfield. The Grizzlies should only have to snap it once. It's actually at their own 49. One snap, take a knee. They shouldn't have to snap it again. Well, they may have to. There's 34 seconds, and it's a 25-second play clock.
34 seconds left in the game.
They're in that victory formation. Even then, they don't have the quarterback up under center. Thornley's going to wait for a second before he takes a knee. They are going to have to snap it one more time. Let's see if they make the ball ready. They make the ball ready with 20 seconds left. It's a 25-second play clock. They don't have to snap it again. And now wait. Now the far side official stops the clock. 16 seconds left. And now conversation. 44-yard, 44-yard line. They made the ball ready with 20 seconds left. It's 25-second play clock. The game should be over. The far side official had a question about something.
Got illegal procedure against the Grizzlies. I think there were too many men in the backfield.
The Grizzlies didn't have enough guys up on the line because they had one way in the back. They had a quarterback. They had two other guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to have a certain number up on the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 15.
So now they'll have to snap it because the clock stops with the penalty. And now Thornton takes a knee, and that will be the ball game. The Grizzlies end the season with a win. In a tough season in many ways for those
brought to you by Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. LSS Insurance, Bob Larson, personalized insurance coverage for your family and business. The Book Table, your family store for books, music, toys, art, and much more. Planet Fitness of Logan, no gym intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station for over 25 years.